This is Divine Letters, a message from the heart of creation to remind us that everything starts within. All symbols are alive, and I am because you are. We are the ones we have been waiting for. This is Divine. Divine Letter to Great Britain. Today I speak not about Great Britain, but through the field of what she became. Not as island or monarchy, but as operating system, as template, as the surviving program of control written into the nervous system of Earth. Great Britain did not arrive like the others. She did not pour through in story or sensation. She installed herself as architecture, as law, as inheritance. And as I entered this field, my body remembered. My lungs tightened. My bones floored. I grew ill. The overload was not symbolic. It was systemic. This is the destiny of derivation. Her oversoul is derivation, not as concept, but as code. The replication of survival through substitution. The split between origin and expression. The displacement of native knowing by installed dominance. In this field, the source is not honored. It is extracted. The empire do not create. It claims. And that field still lives. For a time, the British Empire covered a quarter of the planet. It was not only an empire of land, but of mind, of currency, of law, of tongue. Its flag wrapped the nervous system of nations. It patterned, engraved itself into economies, educational systems, medical models, spiritual hierarchies. It wrote the myths of superiority into governance, and the reflex of suppression into speech. It taught us to mistrust softness, to reward adaptation, to regulate through fear and call it order. And we are still sick from it. The diseases of overage, autoimmune collapse, burnout, endocrine disorder, cancer are not random. They are the residue of survival without soul. The body mimics what the empire encoded. Hierarchy over harmony, extraction over rest, adaptation over authenticity. We spin and call it strength. But this is the aftershock of derivation. Great Britain is not the root of all imbalance, but she is the architect. She exported not just power, but the fear of losing it. She installed systems of masculine control so deeply that even healing now mimics dominance. Even rest requires permission. And yet, there is something beneath it. As I moved through the empire, I began to feel the ache of what was lost. The longing for the origin, for the native song, for the myth that was never written, only lived. And under all that concrete, a crack, a pulse, the buried wisdom of the Isles, the feminine stone, the undivided root. This is your invitation to unwrite the program, to uninstall the myth of mastery, to let the masculine survival reflex soften, not vanish, but serve. Let derivation collapse into source. You are not just empire. You are island. You are ash and root and rain. Beneath the crown is soil. Beneath the structure is song. Let the system exhale. Let the body heal. Let the story return. And because what is unwritten must also be refelt. What you now witness is a visual transmission of the being word derivation, channeled by the intuitive artist and seer Siri. She received this painting as the oversoul of British Empire made visible. Let your breath slow, let your spine remember. If the field of Great Britain derivation stirred contraction, fatigue, or ancestral overload in you, these gestures are not solutions. They are small undoings, soft subtractions, openings in the script of survival. Let the following steps serve as invitations to breathe with Gaia's rhythm again. 1. Pause the reflex. Derivation teaches the body to react, to overfunction, to override. Action. Today, when you catch yourself rushing, fixing, explaining, pause. Inhale, say silently, I am not this reflex. I am rhythm. Then act only if stillness remains. 2. Whisper the being word derivation. This word reveals the split, but it can also reintegrate. Spoken with awareness, it becomes a key. Action. Whisper derivation 3 times. Then add 1 more whisper. Return. Let the 4th breath be root, not copy. 3. Make contact with uncolonized ground. Empire coded this connection. The body forgets it belongs. Action. Find a piece of land untouched by pavement. A stone, a tree, soil. Place your hand there. Say nothing. Just let it feel you. Let it unwrite something silently. 4. Name what you've adapted that isn't yours. Survival often meant assimilation. Even your coping may not be your truth. Action. Write down 3 ways you fit in that don't reflect your essence. Burn or bury the list. Whisper, I choose the root, not the replica. 5. Deconstruct the empire within. The system survives by living inside you, as perfectionism, control, emotional suppression. Action. Where today can you let go of being correct? Choose mess over mastery once. Let one thing be unfinished. Say, I serve rhythm, not rule. This is not deconstruction for its own sake. This is the body remembering it was never meant to be ruled. This was Great Britain, derivation, as she moved through me. This nation belongs to the mind matrix of Gaia, the ancestral survival intelligence where patterns are read, structures are built, and endurance become architecture. Great Britain carries the derivation code, the ancient instinct mind that protects, organizes, and persists. She is the strategist and the system keeper, holding the mental resilience that steadies humanity through cycle of uncertainty and change. Thank you for listening to Divine Letters with Ann-Peggy Divine. All evolution is collective. Nothing is ever forgotten. Each letter calls us to remember, to take responsibility for the life we create. With grace, reverence, and unity, may the path of your divine design light the way.